So I need to kind of explain something. So each year we take a 3-hour drive down to Lake Tahoe. Family tradition thing. I think I've already said it before. And for the past 2 years we've actually been going in the winter time so the little lady can actually enjoy the snow. Typically on all of these little vacations we spend about 4 or 5 days, and they're well planned out. We know exactly where we're going to be all the time. And my wife normally plans all this stuff. I'm the total opposite. I'm the spontaneous guy. Well, this past Sunday we wake up and somehow we get on the topic of Lake Tahoe and getting fresh snow. Me being the spontaneous guy, I kind of just mentioned, hey, we should go to Lake Tahoe. And to my surprise, my wife said yes. So the plan, this was the plan. We were gonna get up Monday morning at 5 a.m. Oh, sorry, get up at 4:30 a.m. Leave by 5 a.m. Get there by 9:45, 10 o'clock, rent snowshoes, go on a 3-mile hike to this ridge called Chickadee Ridge. Now there, on this ridge, there are chickadee birds to where they will basically land in your hand if you stick your hand out with food. And the whole point of going to this is so Olivia could actually feel like a princess. She's all into princesses right now. And so that was the plan. We wanted her to experience the birds eating out of her hand. And she was super, super excited. So we actually get up at 4:30, leave by 5, get there by 10 o'clock, rent the snowshoes, and find great parking, unload the car. We bring a sled just in case, you know, she's only 3. She's not going to walk 3 miles because it's going to take us 3 miles to take a 3-mile hike just to get there. So we're going, we're good, everything's running smooth. We get halfway, not even halfway, we get a 1/4 of a mile there. We're almost there, we can see the ridge, and she decides to have a meltdown. That literally will define the whole day for us. So during the time that we were walking, she was super excited about being there. She was so excited about feeding those birds. She was sitting here telling us that the birds are super hungry and they can't wait for her to get there because she needed to feed the birds. So it was just too, we were bewildered why she just had a meltdown. I mean, we kind of think she was kind of just sleepy and she was over the whole walking and not doing much. But that kind of defined the whole day for us on Monday. She has a meltdown. We decide to walk back and get to the car. Well, the next thing for us to do was just to go eat and go home. Well, long story short, we sat 3 hours. Something that should have taken us 16 minutes. It took us 3 hours to get to this restaurant. And by that point, it was like 7 o'clock. We finished eating around 7:45. We take the 15-minute drive back because we actually rented a hotel because we weren't gonna actually drive. Tell me why the place was closed. Now I told you that meltdown defined the whole rest of the trip. We booked a room at this hotel. The hotel didn't close till 9 o'clock. We get there at 8. No one's there. The place is shut down. And my wife, she rents the hotel, or she rents the hotel on this app. And so we called the after hour number and they literally can't find a reservation. So at this point I'm just like, oh my god, this is the worst little mini vacation we've ever experienced. We're sitting in the parking lot trying to figure out what to do. So we're calling the app people saying, hey, these people aren't here, and they're saying they don't have our reservation. So this was the crazy part. My wife booked it, and on her phone her email account is an old email account from her college. She doesn't have access to this email anymore. So it was booked under her maiden name, and we were saying her name now. So we ended up staying overnight on a trip that was only supposed to be a day trip. Plan your trips. I'll see you tomorrow. So guess what? I guess what I'm trying to say is that's why I didn't upload for the past 2 days. We had an unforeseen trip that took way longer than it should have, and we've learned our lesson. We're gonna plan, and we're not taking any more last minute trips.